So by now you probably have seen the Black Friday sale that's going on in Roblox with OG items, and they're gonna be on sale for, I hope, a cheap price. So let's just get straight into the video. So today is actually the first day of the items getting released. So each day there's a new item getting released. And day one is the W Ink Designer sunglasses, which you can now get for 9.5 thousand Robux. I don't understand. Like, I don't know if that's supposed to be cheap or like if that's expensive or cheap for the item, because I don't know its like initial value. I don't know its price beforehand before it went off sale. So if anyone knows, please tell me, because it could be much cheaper than it originally cost, which I highly doubt. But moving on. Tomorrow we will have the evil duck hat, which before was actually really cheap. You could get for 1 tix, which is I think a sixth of a Robux, so, or like less than a sixth of a Robux. It was really cheap. That's my point. So speculated price could be, in my opinion, 500 to 1,000. Although 1,000 is a little bit excessive for a duck. People aren't really happy with. Well, there are different like people who say that it's good that they put the evil duck in, but it's also really bad because in a way it kind of shows like it doesn't really show honor to the OGs who got it during the Tix era. And I totally understand that. I'm not really trying to get the duck right now. I'm trying to get two other stuff, but I'll tell you that later. The next day, we have the ASCII hat, or the AS, or the ACSII hat. I forgot what it was called, but it's a really old hat from 2010. And original price I think was around 5,000 Robux. Um, Now I think the speculated price for this, it shouldn't be too cheap, but it also shouldn't be too expensive. So maybe maximum around 5,000 Robux. That's still a lot. Don't get me wrong. That's still a lot. But compared to what we had last year Black Friday, yeah, I would rather go with the 5,000 than 12,000 for anything actually. Moving on, for day 4, we have the lampshade hat. Now, the lampshade hat, some YouTubers wear this, and I've seen people in game wear this. I think this was also during the Tix era, so it's not really common as well. Like, not that it's not common, it's not rare either. I think it's the most bought item out of every single one that we're gonna mention. But maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just completely wrong. But yeah, so the original price was 35 ticks, which if you convert to Robux, I think around like 10 Robux, or maybe less. Even I don't even know. Maybe 5. Um, Now I think the price that they're gonna sell it for now should be around 1,000 maximum, or 1.5k maximum. We're also comparing with this most likely scenario page that I found here. So yeah, I forgot to portray it. Here it is on the screen right now. Obviously, he got the first one wrong. Whoever this was made before the glasses got released. Now, if we take a look here, I didn't even see this page yet, so I'm looking at it as I'm recording the video. So the original price for the shades, the original price for the shades is 9.5k, what they're displaying now, and this guy said 15,000. Okay. I really, really hope that it's not the original price of the stuff, because yeah, the ASCII hat, it costed 6,000 Robux. Personally, I wouldn't buy such thing for 6,000 Robux. OG price for the duck for 1 ticks. Yeah, it's probably gonna be cheap. I really hope it is. Maybe if I do have some left over, I can just buy it and maybe not even wear it. Just buy it as a collectible. Because we still want to respect the OG players that got it during the ticks era. Anyways, moving on from the lampshade, we got the red clockwork headphones, which are my favorite from this list and what I really, really want to get. This is my dream item. I have so many red outfits that this can match with. If you were an OG of my channel about a year ago or about close to 2 years ago, you'll remember that in my old videos I had a red avatar, which is now scrapped. I still have it in my collection, but I don't really use it for videos anymore. And I think if I do manage to get the clockwork headphones, I think it might be coming back like permanently. I think maybe there's a big chance it could be coming back. So let's finger crossed we can get this back. We can get the red clockwork headphones. So the original price of the red clockwork headphones were 10,000 Robux. Now it is speculated to sell for 20,000 Robux now, which I hope not, because if it's supposed to be a sale, it should be cheaper than the original price. So I don't know how accurate this list is. So far, it's not really that accurate. I mean, the shades are just a bit off, just a bit. But we can ignore that. We can just move on. So yeah, my dream item, really hoping for when Wednesday comes, I have enough. I just gotta remember to buy some Robux with my card because I'm extremely lazy to do so. I don't know, I think I'll do it the day before, maybe just or some day before Wednesday. I don't know. Anyways, the pinstripe fedora on day 6. Yep, that's right. Day 6. I think. Or am I just stupid? Yeah, day 6. It's on day 6. So the pinstripe fedora, the original price was 900 Robux, which, it should stay at. The price that it might be, 2.5 thousand, looking at the sheet. That's a reasonable price, but maybe, yeah, you know what? I think that's the only good price we've had so far. And probably the lampshade. I think the lampshade should be much cheaper than the pinstripe fedora for obvious reasons. The pinstripe just has more detail and it looks better on avatars most of the time. So I get why the pinstripe might be cheaper. I mean, more expensive. Oh my god, I'm kind of stupid. So following after day 6, we got day 7 with the either the rainbow or the Uncle Mr. Tentacles, or I'm pretty sure it was the Uncle Tentacles. So the Uncle Tentacles was purple, was just a purple recolor of the Mr. Tentacles series, and the prismatic one, the rainbow one, is much cooler in my opinion. I would totally buy it if I had left over. The original price of it was 8,999, so if you round that up, it's 9,000. Now it's speculated that the price is going to be 25,000, which is going to be if it is going to be 25,000, that's going to make it the most expensive item of this list. And now I'm kind of scared but I'm also not, because if this list is true, then probably last year's Black Friday sale would have been better. Ultimately, they're both gonna be trash if they are expensive than the original price, because that's the point. Black Friday sale, they're supposed to be cheaper. And especially because these are off-sale items that are probably never going to come back after this Black Friday sale. which I hope so, because if they just keep bringing back the items, there's no point in buying them because you could buy them whenever you want at every Black Friday sale. And for the last day, this upcoming Saturday, this next Saturday is coming, the Roblox Classic Pumpkin Head. Now, a lot of controversy has spilled over this hat because OG players have gotten this hat, and it's going to be really, really disappointing if it goes back on stock. Especially, I get why this one could be a little bit more pricey because of the OG players. Maybe the demand is going to be like much higher, but yeah, it would be good if this one out of every single one would be the most expensive. Probably, I think around 7,000 or 7,000 to 10,000 would be a good price for it. Because it would also give hope to the OG players that not a lot of people are going to buy this, and evidently so, because I'm not spending 10,000 on a virtual item, which is kind of hypocritical of me because I would do anything for the red clockwork headphones. So yeah, that's my take on the Black Friday sale. But the speculated price from the that they think it's going to be around 1,000 Robux, which, I think that's a little bit too cheap. That I feel bad for all of the OG players from, like, the Duck era and the Pumpkin era. Actually, what's interesting, the Pumpkin didn't cost ticks. It actually costed 250 Robux, which, kind of made it harder to get because, ticks was much easier to get because you didn't have to spend money, and you could buy whatever you want with ticks, and you could just get ticks every day by just logging in or just make a game, and people just, when they enter your game, you get 1 ticks, and you could just grind ticks like that if you knew how to make an actually decent game back then. But you couldn't really buy the pumpkin with ticks, so you had to get it with real life money because of Robux, and I think it was much harder then to get Robux. But yeah, that's my take. Hopefully these are going to be cheap and affordable, actually, unlike last year's Black Friday sale. That was a nightmare. But yeah, let's hope for the best. I'll see you guys in the next video.